Hi, it's Jane with Scraptastic Yarns podcast, and I'm in the big boy chair today. Only because if I sit in my chair, you're going to see those two big boxes full of yarn, and we all know you'll get distracted by the yarn. So, I'm filming that later for another video. But today, we're going to talk about life after Ravelry. Yeah. I'm also going to address some things that some of the viewers, I won't say subscribers, because not all of them are subscribers that have commented. Someone had asked me, do I know, am I real clear about what happened? That this woman had sent all these nasty things to Casey, threatened their lives and their children's lives. Yeah, I know that. But let's be honest here. Casey doxed her. I don't know that if I had been doxed, I would not have reacted the same way with all the hate and vitriol coming from the left. And I mean the extreme left. I'm not talking about liberals. There's a difference between liberals, conservatives, extreme leftists, and extreme rightists. There just is. And the left is intolerant of everyone except their own opinion and their own views. Yes, I said that. Was it unkind? I don't know. So far, it's what I'm seeing is true. Casey did dox this woman. It got nasty. I know that. But this isn't the first time he's done this. I have been with Ravelry since 2007. I had heard about, and I was going to Ravelry for knit, crochet, spinning, that kind of thing. Loom knitting. I never dreamed of joining a group or starting a group for politics or anything like that. I mean, it was a knitting and crochet community, right? I thought that was their agenda. Knitting, crochet, loom knit, the fiber arts. Apparently that's not their agenda. But they did this to a group that had started a group in support of McCain when he was running for president. He actually deleted and banned members of that group. Did they do anything that was wrong? No. They were having discussion on their little group site, and of course there were some extreme hateful people from the other side. Excuse me. You came in and started trouble. The moderators did their best. Instead of banning those who were misbehaving and breaking the rules of Ravelry's terms of service, Casey banned this group and the moderators. So this group chose to go to another site, start another site, a bunker site, for those who wanted to continue the discussion and they had made friends with. Casey continued to harass them for quite some time. Now, the two moderators, they have lots of screenshots and everything else from back in the day when he continued to harass them. They were no longer a part of Ravelry. He was harassing them for starting another site and continuing their discussion of the politics and other things they wanted to talk about on their site. So yes, I am very clear about Ravelry and Casey and Jess. I understand, and I used the term the other day that they were liberals. I apologize to liberals for using that term. They are not liberals. They are radical leftists. So, you know, that's where I stand. I feel good about my decision because I can't live with that kind of bigotry and hatred. And you can't say in one breath that you're inclusive of all, but we're going to ban you people. You speak with forked tongue. It's the best way I can say that. Now, there are alternatives to Ravelry. Now, Ravelry does have a monopoly. A lot of us got used to Ravelry because it was easy to have all those patterns there and stored there, and we could just go and look and find free patterns and whatnot. What did we do before 2007? Think about it. We bought books, we bought magazines, we looked at other websites for free patterns or even paid patterns. There are other places besides Ravelry to get your patterns. Most people who are designers understand it's a good thing to have more than one stream of revenue. So a lot of people will sell on Shopify. A lot of them will sell on Etsy. A lot of those folks will actually do an email sale where they'll send you an invoice. So you just have to be willing to ask. If you find a design that is paid for, just ask that person if they sell it somewhere else. If you don't want to use Ravelry, I don't plan on using Ravelry ever again. So, and let's look at it like this. How many of us follow tutorials? I do. How many tutorials on YouTube are there for knitting and crochet? Tons. And of course for crochet, the first person I think of is Crystal of Bag O' Day. And then you've got Krista from The Secret Yarnery, Fiber Spider, Fiber Flux, Natasia, Nadia, Heart Hook and Home, Just Making Do Crew. And those are just to name a few. Bella Coco, Anu Crochet, Yarn Utopia, like I said. Yarn companies galore offer free patterns. One of my favorite places always to go get patterns, especially knit, are knitty.com. Why? Because most of those patterns are geared for regular size people to plus size people. And now they've increased that. Now they go all the way up to 5X in their sizing. And those are free patterns. Now Knitty does also have a Patreon. And I believe that is, and I haven't looked into it, but I believe what that is so that you can get some that are not available on knitty.com, or you get a look at them first before anybody else. I know a lot of slot gamers that I like to watch do that. You get to see those videos first in their Patreon before they release them out to the public on YouTube. Got no problem with that. Love it. We used to use books. Like I said, magazines. How many websites do you know of that offer free or list free? ABC Knitting has crochet and knitting. You know, like I said, there are a lot of places that we can get patterns from where we don't have to use Ravelry. We don't have to give them any of our money. You know, let's look around. Look and see what you can find. I know I've had a couple of subscribers tell me they're visual learners. They can't read a pattern. So that's why they use YouTube, because there are plenty of tutorials. That's great. Let's use it. Let's build up those people. You know, they're positive people. And do they bring politics into things? No, I like that. You know, I really thought Ravelry was about knitting and crochet. Guess it isn't. So, and I do have a special message for those who tell me, good luck with that. Glad to know I'm out of here. You weren't my subscribers to begin with. But thank you for your opinion. And if you ever want to have a dialogue, come on back. I'm more than willing to have a dialogue. And I love you anyway. So, as always, practice kindness. Use it. Do it. Now let's get back to knitting and crocheting. And loom knitting. Okay, folks. See you later. Bye. I did forget to tell you something. Yeah, I kind of hid the boxes over there on this side. But over here on this side, yesterday I was on with Penny of Heidi's Hideout, and she cleaned off Tablezilla. Today I'm going to work at beside the Chairzilla and get it cleaned up. But not only that, I also wanted to remind everyone, I had posted several things on Facebook in the Facebook group. And you know that I had had this video about me leaving Ravelry. Now, my Facebook group is still a safe place for you to share patterns. If you purchase those patterns on Ravelry, you can share them. You can share patterns you've made from patterns on Ravelry. That is not going to change. The only thing that is changing is I am not using Ravelry. I won't share those anywhere else. I won't go look at them, and I will not purchase them. That's my deal. That doesn't have to be your deal. So, I'm glad to see there are a lot of people who feel that, this is wrong. I did have someone tell me that, Ravelry has gained 1 million new subscribers. Good for Ravelry. It's good to know where the hate belongs. Yeah, I'm being tacky. But I also know that they've lost about 30% of their numbers. And there are people that are planning on leaving. So, it is what it is. But I did want to stress that if you choose to stay with Ravelry, I have no problem with that. More power to you. So, all right, let's get back to it. Love ya. Bye.